What is going on, good peoples? It is a big weekend in college football. We have our conference matchups this weekend, this Saturday, starting at 4 o'clock with the SEC and then transpiring with the rest of the conferences after that. It's going to be a good weekend. It's going to be a good weekend. Before we get into the SEC matchup, I just want to give a moment to give appreciation to you guys for always checking out the videos, liking, commenting, subscribing. As always, I always appreciate it. And be sure to check me out on my social as well, Mike Falk _ on Twitter and Instagram. But without further ado, let's get into a little preview of Texas versus Georgia. Now, this is definitely a rematch from an earlier matchup this season. My predictions, I believe Texas will be able to pull this matchup off and also help solidify their chances of, making it to the college football playoffs. We know they're going to be in it. And to also just really add an extra layer of depth of, hey, we're already going to be in it, but add a little extra layer to, we're the SEC champions. We're definitely going to be in it now. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. And let me tell you why I'm picking Texas to win this game. And it really stems from that Texas A&M matchup, that rivalry game last weekend. Big game on the defensive front, and I believe that really stands out when you're going into these top matchup games. Defense, defense, defense. That defensive front for Texas really made a difference in that matchup, making the Texas A&M quarterback uncomfortable, which is probably the biggest thing. And I personally believe that's going to be the biggest factor for the Texas Longhorns as they go against Carson Beck and that Georgia Bulldogs offense. We've seen throughout the season that causing a little bit of pressure to Carson Beck, getting to him can make him a little rattled. We've seen in the Alabama game, Kentucky. There's been multiple times where if you can make him uncomfortable, he can make a mistake here and there. And I believe that's really going to be the biggest factor for Texas. Now, as far as offense with Quinn Ewers, they should know what to expect now. It's clear as day on film. They've got to be able to make the adjustments from the first time they played to the next time they played. They've got to make those adjustments, which I believe they can do. You know that defense front is going to stem. They're going to hop around and stem. That's the thing that they do to help allocate for the secondary in the back. That's how they help this defense front. And they're going to blitz you. I believe this time around, after sitting down, watching the film, making adjustments, Quinn Ewers will be able to figure out which way he wants to slide the offensive line based upon the pressure that is coming to him, which is going to be the biggest thing in this matchup, because Georgia is going to heat you up and they're going to blitz you. Now, in the instance of Georgia, it's going to be very important for that offensive line to take care of business. I know I'm talking a lot about the defensive line, the offensive line, but that stuff really plays a huge factor, because if you can't block, quarterback's under pressure. That's all she wrote. We've seen it time and time again throughout these big-time college football games. So it's going to be very important. And Georgia's definitely going to need to be able to establish that run game early and fast. They have the athletes to do it. And being able to establish that run game, because it makes everything open up from then on out for the game. And then last but not least, Carson is definitely going to want to be cool, calm, collective, and not uncomfortable. And if he needs to make plays with his legs in given pressured situations, whether it's the 4 down front or if Texas decides to come with a blitz and pressure him, he's going to need to make plays, move with his legs, and do a little bit more than he has been throughout this season. But I definitely believe there's been a lot of film that has been gathered, watched, and as we get closer and closer, they're making big preparations for this matchup at 4 o'clock Saturday. But let me know down in the comments what you guys are expecting for this game, who you predict to pull this matchup off. My prediction is Texas. They definitely just have to lock in and hold on very key, minute details in this game. Let me know down in the comments. This has been yours truly, Mike here at Mike in the Game, and I will catch you guys on the next one.